So hello everyone, my name's Alandra and I am an event and outreach assistant with the Toronto Arts Foundation.
My name is Hassanika, and I'm the Program Outreach Coordinator for Toronto Arts Foundation. Alendra and I both work on a strategic initiative called Arts in the Parks at the Toronto Arts Foundation. And it's a program that provides access to quality arts events to communities across all of Toronto, and more importantly, like outside the downtown core. Um, this past month obviously has looked very different in these unprecedented times, and it's been an especially taxing summer on artists and arts organizations across the city.
Yes, so in this time we've seen artists and arts organizations like the Art Gallery of York University engaging with audiences across a digital platform as opposed to in person. So this amplifies the incredible talent of these artists across the city with even more engagement because it's online and easily accessible. We are very excited today to have Terrence Penny with us, who is a practicing artist himself and a facilitator with the Art Gallery of York University. Hi, Terrence.
Hello, how are you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
Good, good. Thanks for coming. Just to start, we'd love for you to kind of introduce yourself. And if anyone doesn't know who you are, kind of give them a brief rundown.
Okay, my name is Terrence Penny. I am a rapper, born and raised in the Jada Finch area. I am also a child and youth worker within the Toronto District School Board. And I've been able to, for 2 summers, work with Arts in the Parks and facilitating programs and making music with young people. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Awesome. And then we would like you to kind of go into more detail and highlight the work you do with the Art Gallery of York University with Arts in the Parks. And maybe give us some key highlights from this program this year.
Okay, well, from this year, what we've done is we came together and we worked with an organization called Success Beyond Limits. And we would do Zoom chats, and we'll do like little workshops on Zoom in regards of what what songwriting looks like, the type of music you listen to, why you listen to it, what the emotion doesn't invoke when you listen to it. And we also did writing sessions with some of the artists there. There were some creators in that group, and we also just spoke about how to articulate our voice and how our music is something that we can use as a tool to speak to the world, and how music can live past you. It can be bigger than you. So some artists took heed to that and were able to create things out of that same situation. Also, with Arts in the Parks, we were also able to create a song collaboratively with the other artists, which was pretty cool. That kind of highlighted that kind of where we are. The song is actually due to release with a video. So hopefully those would be very much so enjoying it. Be really cool. We also had done a what's it called? A concert like from home. So, me and a couple of the other creatives, we got creative in how to host a concert from our home. And it was very successful. A lot of people were in the Instagram live that were part of that. So that was pretty cool. Thank you to Arts and Parks.
Yeah, we actually got to tune in for some of it. It was super great, super moving. A little A-side, both Alandra and I, we actually came to the Art on My Mind showcase last summer in Edgeley Park.
Yes.
And it was just so great. It was so profound, like the impact it had on us, like even like coming in as kind of strangers to the community. But it was just so great. I remember like after the event, we like sat in the parking lot and just like had to take a moment. It was so great. I think especially like the most moving part of it was, even though there were like a lot of professional artists, so many people in the community, like by the end of it, they were
came in,
like, yeah, they were asking for like chances to participate, and it was just so great. And I guess like on the tail end of that statement, what motivates you to work with like youth and just like local people in the community in this capacity?
Well, for me, I'm a child and youth worker by trade. I've had a lot of youth workers pour into me. So, when you pour into something, it has no choice but to pour into other things. And I've been blessed in that way. And it just is an automatic response for me to give that back.
Yeah, for sure. What do you feel is the local impact that the youth get from the work that you do and the work that the other facilitators do with the local community?
So the beautiful thing is, some of the artists are really doing really well. Actually, actually all the artists, sorry, are doing very well in their respected like areas.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the artists are already known within the community, but it puts a face to to these artists too, so that these people feel like they have, like, not even feel, but like they have an access to something that a lot of people do not. Like one artist had a video that went viral, and it's at like 75,000 views right now.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You know, she's doing really well. And you know, other artists like myself have been able to, you know, put the music in films and whatnot. So it gives these other artists and aspiring artists in the community the opportunity to be close, to kind of feel like they're being mentored or shepherded, and supported by artists who are a little bit further down the way. But what it also does is it helps us as artists keep our ears glued to what the new sound is coming out of the city, because they're the emerging talent. And with that being said, it kind of keeps, they kind of like, you scratch our back, we scratch your back type of thing. You know, we kind of, we look, the way it's looked at also, it's kind of like a potluck. Everyone has something different to bring, and you put it on your plate.
Yeah, you're like, I like that. I'm going to take a little bit of that and add it to my art in the future. Yeah.
So obviously it looked really different like this year. We're not like in the park like together, and it's like on Instagram Live, as you said. How has it been different engaging with people online on these digital platforms versus an in-park performance or like live performance? And like, what kind of feedback have you received, and do you prefer one over the other?
So one thing is, you can never beat a live performance with people, I personally feel.
Okay.
We did the best that we possibly could in this time where things were difficult.
Yeah.
It was fun. People were happy because they were able to still see faces. So that was very important. But there was also some signs of Zoom fatigue, you know, where you get really tired with, you know, Zooming and booming all day. So, you know, one thing I think that would be really cool, especially with Arts in the Parks and, you know, having other Arts in the Parks locations and people also doing other initiatives within Arts in the Park. If, like, say a year from now, we're still doing this and we're still stuck, you know, why don't we have a park show or something like that, where, like, you know, there's social distancing and whatnot. You know, I seen someone do a drive-in show, like you would, as in like a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like with that kind of you know, idea, that would be pretty cool to kind of get, you know, people to somewhat be together but also distance at the same time. Hopefully this is not the issue though. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you prefer like live performances over the online engagement?
100% live performance.
Yeah.
As a performer, a live performance.
Yeah, for sure. We really feel like we like somehow lost a bit of like the spirit of Arts in the Parks by going digital, and not being in the park, like in the community. So we totally agree with you, but we're super excited by this community engagement online. It's been really interesting so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel when you were performing, because you performed in the online showcase,
Correct,
that performing without the audience present, you kind of had to self-motivate the performance?
yes, I had to get creative actually. So like for me, I thrive, my performances thrive off of the people, and I'm very energetic. So one thing that I did, especially during my set, was like, I need you guys to give me some emojis.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I need some, I forgot what song. There was a song called Freedom. So I said, please put some fist emojis, you know, and that kind of like gave me, you know, or like I had a song called North that kind of highlighted Canadian culture and being cold. I said, put some snowflakes, please. So, you know, it's cold, burr, you know, so like whatever that, so I'm at that point, like, I'm like, please, I'm begging you, give me some sort of
interaction to kind of move the performance forward. Correct. For sure. Yeah. The Art on My Mind showcase, then, speaking of that, is in partnership with the Black Creek Community Farm. Correct. And Guys Entertainment. So it's a local performance showcase. What art opportunities do you feel bring to the local youth having this performance showcase? So I don't know if maybe it was the first time for some artists performing during the showcase on Instagram Live. What do you feel about that?
I just think that it was a cool opportunity for people to see the artists that they've been working with, and then also to give them the opportunity to, you know, kind of like share that art also. So yeah. I think it was it's good because, you know, nowadays I feel like Zoom or like at least IG live stuff, even post COVID, would be a really big part of our lives. So for them to kind of be part of this this test is something that is really important for, I guess, who knows how long. So
Yeah, no,
I think it's important.
totally agree with that. Well, that was all the questions that we had prepared.
Oh.
We went through that super fast.
Hopefully I answered them
No, you
effectively.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Let me just like slide through here and see, Hasni, do you have any other questions for Terrence? Maybe we can.
No, I don't have a lot of questions. But like, did you want to talk about anything specific?
Um, I put out a music video. Check it out.
No, we're gonna give like a good like plug at the end for sure. We're huge fans, by the way. We had like a meeting earlier today, and we were like just jamming to your music while we were making
Seriously?
the script. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh.
I was
Everyone should check out Terrence's music because it is so worthwhile.
Yes, it is. It is definitely worth. I like that plug. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so we'll link everything below, and we really appreciate you taking the time today to chat with us. Brief, but very educational, and I think everyone should go follow AGYU as well. We'll link all the links below so everyone can check out Terrence and AGYU.